Plan for reopening, but don't expect to get back to normal anytime soon. Thanks for joining us and good evening on this Friday. I'm Steve Rabel, reporting at a safe distance from home tonight.
And I'm Monique Minglavin from the Cairo 7 studios. And it could be mid-July before large groups are allowed to gather again. Today, Governor Inslee extended his stay-at-home order until May 31st. But he also announced a phased-in approach to reopen Washington. That will include 4 phases, easing restrictions in a number of categories, such as gatherings, travel, and business. Each phase will have at least 3 weeks in between in a timeline that will likely take us deep into the summer. Cairo 7's Lindsay Sheldon is at the live desk to break it all down.
And Monique, through these phases, Governor Inslee made it clear that we will still need to use what we have learned about protecting ourselves from this virus, including social distancing. Phase 1 is basically where we are now, with a few changes and added businesses. Inslee says he expects to work with those industries to come up with health and safety protocols that make sense by mid-May, as they're able to reopen their doors and bring back some workers.
We have not won this fight against this virus. Monday's order will continue a ban on public gatherings. Many businesses will have to remain closed. And that is why I'm extending the order through May 31st.
As part of his announcement today, Governor Inslee laid out a slow, phased-in reopening of Washington. All the first 3 phases tell high-risk populations across the state to stay home. Phase 1 would include hunting and allow people to fish and golf, as well as boating and hiking. It would allow drive-in spiritual service. Still, only essential travel should be happening. Construction, announced previously, would resume, as well as landscaping, car sales, retail with curbside pickup only, car washes, house cleaning, and pet walkers. Phase 2 would include all outdoor recreation with 5 people or less outside your household and gatherings of no more than 5 people outside your household. Non-essential travel near home would be added, and businesses reopening would include remaining manufacturing, new construction, in-home services, in-store retail with restrictions, real estate, professional and office-based services with telework strongly encouraged, hair and nail salons, and restaurants at 50% capacity or less with small groups.
We'll have 3 weeks at least between phases, also to allow us to evaluate whether what we've done has worked or not, or whether it's increased a danger.
Phase 3 would add outdoor group sports of 5 to up to 50 people, as well as recreational facilities like public pools at 50% capacity. Gatherings could increase to 50 people, and travel could include non-essential trips. Restaurants could go to 75% capacity with larger table sizes, bars at 25% capacity, and gyms could reopen at 50% capacity. Movie theaters, too, could reopen at 50% capacity. And government, libraries, and museums could resume business, as well as other businesses except for nightclubs and large events. The final phase would be a return to what we know as normal. But, Inslee warned,
we will have to continue to monitor and to assess the data on a daily basis and adapt as conditions allow.
And that data includes things like COVID-19 disease activity, hospitalization rates, and of course, testing levels. We'll go into what he needs to see to move us forward and what this all means for school in the fall. I'm working to put that together coming up at 6. We have also posted the slide with all of the phases laid out online at Cairo7.com. At the live desk, Lindsay Sheldon, Cairo 7 News.